Alright, in this video we're going to learn how to make a sprite move back and forth from edge to edge of the screen. So we have three sprites here. The bee is flying continuously, but then the bot here flies and disappears here. And we want to make it bounce from this edge and return to the other side, and then bounce from this edge and keep going back and forth. That's what we're trying to do. And we're going to do it with this spot here. When it gets to the end, it's going to reach, go back to the other end, and back and forth. So how do we do that? It needs to happen here inside the function draw. So we're going to put a comment here, and we're going to say make the bot fly back and forth. Something to indicate what we're going to be doing here. Okay? So how do we do this? We need to say if the bot is in this position, make it reverse velocity and go the other way. If the bot reaches this position, make it reverse velocity and go the other way, and do that in a continuous loop here. So we're going to use an if statement. We're going to say if, and if what? What would be the condition here? If the position of the bot, let's say, is less than 20 pixels, then establish the velocity to go that way. So we're going to use math here, and we're going to say, for example, if the position of the bot is less than. So less than position on the x. If the bot x position is less than, let's say, 20 pixels, then we're going to establish a velocity x, then the velocity x of the bot, it's going to be, let's say, 3 pixels per second. So now that's when the bot reaches the left edge. Now we need to do another if statement for when the bot reaches this edge here. So we're going to create another if, and then the same. We're going to say now math. Now it's going to be greater than a certain value. So if the bot is if the bot position on the x, it's greater than what? It's greater than, let's say, 380. Remember, 400 is a maximum here. 380 pixels, 380. Then the velocity of the bot on the x, it's going to be negative because we want it to go back to 0. So it's going to be -3, -3. And let's see if it works. The bot starts. When it reaches 380 pixels, it's going to bounce back, reverse velocity. When it reaches less than 20, it's going to bounce back, and then there you go. You have the bot continuously going back and forth, and it stays within the same range. So you have to have your sprite already created, obviously. You set the position on the X, on the Y. You set the animation you want, the character you want. You set the bot scale, in this case 0.5 because the bot originally is very big. And you establish a bot velocity. That's going to make the bot move in one direction. And then you say if the bot reaches the left edge in a position less than 20 pixels, then the velocity of the bot is going to be positive, moving to the other direction. And if the bot position is greater than 380, then the bot velocity is going to be negative to make it go back to the origin here. And that makes this back and forth effect here. All right, so happy coding.